Alright, we're back on the Rambler here. We're gonna see if we can get this. They actually call this the exhaust pipe. It's not an exhaust manifold. It bolts right onto the block with just 6 clamp nuts. I think they are. I think these a while ago, but they've been heated up since then from the engine running. I apologize for the wind noise, but we're having one of those windy days. Let's see if any of these will break loose. Oh, surprisingly on this car, for as long as it has sat, it's very, so far, I hate to jinx myself, but I should say a lot of things are coming apart easier than I thought they would. I haven't really done anything on the body yet, though. That might be the big change. I'm gonna have to put that bolt back on, get a short socket. This is already run right into the inner fender. Boy, how did I even get that on? I don't know if you can see this, but yeah, I'm gonna have to take that almost all the way off. There we go. Switch to a shorty. Hopefully it'll go on. It's still got some stud showing through. Oh yeah, there we go. That's better. I'm gonna take a look. For some reason, this is really noisy. Not just because it's an open exhaust down there, but it feels like, it sounds and feels like it's coming out of the exhaust pipe that's clamped to the head, the engine. This says this has no gaskets, so that's also interesting. Dropped one already. Start losing these. I can see it. Yeah, there it is. Well, that's fun. Well, that's gonna have to be taken off with a wrench. That's kind of a wrench. Loosen that guy. I have this off. I think I'm gonna take the fuel pump off and see how it works. I haven't tried to pump anything through it, but these are really coming off easily. I am so shocked. These are basically exhaust clamps. Get you in there close once so you can see what I'm working on. Taking off these exhaust clamps there, and these are not, usually with exhaust stuff, those are like never moves, but for whatever reason these do, and I'm happy about that. Again, I apologize. The wind is horrible. It most likely is. Dang, if these threads are any cleaner, I could just take these out by hand. I'm pretty sure that no matter what, the reason I mentioned taking the fuel pump off, I'm pretty sure that no matter what, I'm gonna, for the short term, run an electric fuel pump on this, just because everything on this car is so hard to get parts for. And also, it's the only thing that really kind of dirties up this engine compartment. Otherwise, you can see right through to the ground. And so I do see a little weeping going on of water around the back that could indicate a head gasket maybe. I know water circulates all through the head. No, that doesn't work. If I dislodge this a little bit first. Right there. Nope, not that much. Not that much, definitely. Anyway, it does leak a little water. I would call it weeping it more than leaking. But there's water running down the back of the block. Could be a freeze plug back there that I can't see yet, but it also could be coming between the cylinder head and the block. Doesn't look like it's coming inside the oil though, so that's good. I don't know why this one's longer. Maybe something bolts onto this 60 years ago when it was new. This stud is definitely longer. Surely not. These look literally just like muffler clamps that you've seen for years. But they look like they're connected to this exhaust pipe that's on the head engine here. I'm not sure if they're connected, if they're just a little bit of rust making it look like that. But, oh, that's going to be some heavy wind. Sorry about that. Kicked up a little bit. Almost off. Yeah, all the other ones are like maybe 3/4 of an inch long. That one was closer to 1 1/4 inches. A little harder to get off. The rest of these I think I can get all. Nope, not that one. Might be able to get a short on that one. Oh yeah, this is not too tight. All right, there we go. Enjoying this? I'm hoping it's just needs cleaned up and I don't have to weld a bunch of holes in this. Although again, it's just like 1 3/4 inch pipe with probably some mating holes that go towards the block. But I'd rather use this piece if I can. I still need to make up my spark plug wires. Still using the probably minimum 40-year-old wires on these. Just have them kind of spliced together with some ends of newer ones. Still running, but I have to imagine it would run better with all new electricity handlers. Well, what'd you do? Oh, I'm putting bolts everywhere. It's a good way to get lost. Oh, sorry. 3 down. There you go. I'll get you in here for some action on the last one. The other two are kind of harder to watch anything. These are ridiculous. It's like they were off yesterday. A little bit of surface rust on the threads is the only reason I can't take them off my fingers. Also, if I get that fuel pump off, I can get to the valve adjustment area a lot easier, and also just clean out the inevitable sludge pit that's in there. I mean, I guess I should have known that cars didn't always have oil filters, but it really does surprise me that they're still selling cars in 1961 without any kind of oil filtration. Oh, this front one's the hardest one. Oh, and it's coming out of the block. Huh. All right. Juice on that one. All the other ones, the bolts came off the stud. This one, the stud's coming out of the block. That means it'll come off easier. Oh, this one feels like it's coming off the stud though. That's good. Saw this guy on YouTube the other day taking studs out of a VW engine, and it was at that time I realized there was a mass-marketed product for removing and then probably installing studs. I had no idea people did anything other than just putting 2 nuts on them. Trying to get my hammer. Well, that didn't work. Well, that did. See, it's a muffler clamp. Excuse me. I'm gonna go get the rustiest screwdriver I can find. This one's a little stuck on that longer stud. There we go. Oh, that was stuff in there. A few bugs, probably. I don't know what all this is. Number 3. That should be it. I'm guessing this just comes off there. Oh yeah, look at that. That's the craziest thing. Oh yeah, well there's your leak. You might be able to. Huh. Let me get you in there. So that hole, and basically they just like, I don't know how they drilled, maybe looks like they maybe drilled through the center of the pipe, so it might not be too hard. Looks like, again, about 1 3/4 inch cut in there. It just goes into the block through that. You can't tell that's a hole, but these guys, these fuel lines are now kind of holding me up with getting that out. I'd rather take it out through the top so I don't have to jack this thing up. Looks like it would come out either way, but these studs, the way they're holding it in back there, well, I guess that's why it would be better if the studs came out. Huh. Yeah. Let's see. Is that a vacuum line? This pump is vacuum operated? Is that right? Oh, and that one does go back to the transmission. So this right here, I don't know if I'm on screen, but there's this vacuum line goes into the block. That must be a vacuum port as well. And it goes down to the fuel pump. I thought this was mechanical. There is a vacuum line on that. Interesting. All right, we'll be back. All Alright, I got out the top 3 studs now. Here. Just this vacuum line a little bit. No way this wrench is going to take this off. Oh my god, it did. See, this car really does surprise me. I never would have thought in 1,000 years that you could get that off without vice grips and a torch. I dodged dart when I did all the brakes on it. Maybe it matters that it's vacuum and not brake fluid. I don't know. You guys probably can't hear anything I'm saying anyway. Come on, don't be a pain in my ass. There you go. There we get a look at that. Well, it looks like it does it. Someone's put some sort of fiber on there. But yeah, that's where I'm leaking. Right around here. Oh, and there. That's probably the main one I was hearing. Looks like you could just take a 1 3/4 inch core plug and weld it in there. That one would explain the lack of any sound coming out of the what I did have. This one's the most solid one. I'm guessing those are supposed to be about like a kind of like a house shape with a flat roof there, like that. This one missed the memo on that one. Well, no, maybe they're supposed to be flat. Although, see, I think that's some sort of kind of like a gasket material. I wonder if anyone could make me one of those. Well, that was awesome. Went down to the muffler shop about 6 blocks from my house, and great guy down there named Andy just made me this custom new exhaust pipe for the Rambler. I just got to cut holes and cap the end here with a freeze plug or something. Anyway, that's a good old gutter. She's gonna be tight. We're gonna try to do this. We're gonna do this. What am I saying? What am I saying? What am I saying? What am I saying? We're going to. Well, where's the other bolt? It's important. There it is. What we're going to do, I'm going to take this pipe, drew these lines here, here, and here, and those line up to the ports down here, like here, here, and here. And then I drew a straight up and down line somewhere. Well, why can't I see it? Hey! Where'd it go? Oh, it's the other way. Right here. You can't see it, but I imagine that line there. That is completely straight up and down on the pipe. So that's, I put it in there once and kind of clocked it where I want it to land at the body down below. So I'm put this in here as close as I can get. Keep this straight up and down. There's my straight up and down. There's those lines. I put a bunch of grease on those ports. Hopefully. Oh. Didn't work at all. Also, I forgot. Help! Need more grease. I got a little bit on them. Plus, I didn't have it. I also clocked it how far it needs to go back and forth. I'm sure this is how they did it in 1960. You pulled into a service station. I don't know. They probably just drew lines and kind of guessed from the looks of the one that was on this. I don't know if that was the original one or not. The holes were pretty big. Some of it rust, some of it just the cut. All right. Where'd you put that towel? Oh, right there. Let's try this again. You still rolling? Can you see anything down there? Okay. So this time I need to make sure I'm putting it in. Last time I had it too far forward. I drew another line down here somewhere, right about there. And this one needs to go about like this, up, right there. Okay. See if this one did any better. Had to be better. Eek! Let's see what we got. Pretty good. I don't have a lot of sideways ones on there. Where'd that pencil go? This one looks pretty good. You see that? Alright. So this one looks like a little bit of grease marking there. A little bit of grease. Probably in that region. What happens if I wipe that off? It's pretty good. It's only about a little bit bigger than my finger. That's pretty good. Looks pretty good. This one, a little bit more guesswork on this. Guess you'd call this a grease pencil. Only mark I have here is about right there. And that makes sense with these two lines up here. Oh, that's science. So I need to find a freeze plug to fit inside there. Let me get some tools. This is absolutely the wrong tool to do this with, but you know what? Well, that's not a good one. Well, too much off the bottom there. Luckily, that's the fat side. Yeah. It looks like the rats got into this pipe and chewed a hole through it, but I think it'll work. These didn't come with any gaskets of any kind, but I bought this 2-inch exhaust tape that I'm just going to put around there and hope for the best. What is this? This is really... I thought this was sticky. So I'm just going to do that over each section. Am I? Yeah, I think so. I'll clamp them on and cut them out. I don't know. I mean, that's something that's going to blow it in that way. I don't know. Get some scissors and neaten that up a little bit. All right, I gotta go get some scissors and I'll bring you around to the other side. All right, so took just a touch of this stuff. Just enough to hold them on there while I put that in there. I cleaned off the, well, I don't know what anything's called on this car. all the places, the mating surfaces. That's what we'll just call them, the mating surfaces. So, what do I do with the pieces and parts? Well, here's one. I don't know if you can see in here or not. These are just like muffler clamps that hold this thing against it. I am going to have a big leak. I'm going to have to take this out again. I just want to make sure stuff's coming out of there all right. Oh yeah, that's a better picture. Come in there. Oh, I need a nut. Sometimes you feel like a nut. Rotate this a little bit. Right about there. Can't see what I'm doing probably. I have index lines all over the place. Right about there. Right, that's holding that. That is pretty well straight up. Maybe just a, yeah, I like that. Maybe just a little bit more. Yeah, needs to rotate just in a little bit. Right there. That feels straighter. George straighter. Alright. Tighten these up. Tighten the nuts. Where'd you go? Here's one. Still straight up and down. My marks are good. I mean, I put all the science I could think of behind this, so I'm really hoping this works. My understanding, can you see in there? You can put these in either with the holes that way or the holes, where are they? That way. I'm going to put them the quiet way. I'm just going to stuff these greasy rags in here, see if I can catch them on fire. Alright, let's get the thing off here. I do still need to put a coil wire on this. I know that's probably an important one to change, but it is running with it. So, these are the original points, or not the original points. Points, condenser rotor, distributor cap that were on the car, so they're probably at least 40 years old, my guess. Everybody likes to know how long they've been sitting, and the people I got it from don't know. What are these? Stainless steel cable tie. Maybe I'll use that on the coil. Oh no, I wouldn't be able to take them off. Everything? Have any gas left? No. Let's fill her up. Glug, glug, mother trucker. Don't you worry about that. sounds funny, but I think that's on the muffler down there. I don't feel any air leaks down here. Here it is, the tube out. Oh, he's got a nice pulse. It's sucking it in too. There we go. Oh, it already blew the muffler off. Oh, that's the vacuum leak. Look how quiet that thing is. Good heavens, she's quiet. I think it's the transmission noise back there. Oh boy, that's nice. Wow. Just got to get a freeze plug in the end there. It's pretty damn quiet. I like it. All right, that's exciting. That works. Maybe a little too well. Maybe we'll see. It seemed to accelerate okay. Yeah, I don't think you could see it, but if you could, you could see the pulse of the exhaust valves. Something's a little leaky, I think, or maybe that's normal on these, I don't know. But it was blowing out every stroke. It was pushing it out, pushing the paper towel out and then sucking it back in. I couldn't get a hold of the last little bit. It's like, what do they call that? Back pressure? Yeah, a little bit of weird back pressure. That vacuum is working good. I can't see why they have oh, I guess that idle, but yeah, the fuel pumps originally had a built-in vacuum pump as well to help run the wipers. I'll cross that bridge when I get there. All right, that's pretty cool. Take a look at this. Yeah, I felt around. I didn't hear or feel any of that leaking around there before. It was just sounded like straight exhaust out of here. So that's nice. Wow. And it ran, especially once I closed off that vacuum leak. Alrighty, damn. We're getting closer, fellas and fellettes. You know who that's from? Same guy that says that stuff. It's hard to get it out of your vocabulary. Well, we got a lot done today. Yeah, a lot. I'm excited. All right, toodaloo. Feeding time at the zoo. All right, back to another episode of, this is the first time I've done this. I'm gonna build some spark plugs. Wires, not spark plugs. I've definitely never built a spark plug. That'd be fun.